looking at me.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another video where today we are back with Gran Turismo Sport. Now the reason why it's been like 3 weeks now since I haven't uploaded is because because I have been sick and I still a little bit. 2 is because I've been trying to find something I can do to get into like a championship, and 3 is a different reason which is personal and I wouldn't like to explain it. So what matters now is the fact that I managed to get this video sorted, and while I've been sick I had a stream a while ago and I was preparing 2 videos for this as well. So if you don't know already, I've been trying to get into Motorsport Ireland for 2020, but I'm not actually able to get into it because I don't yet have the money to buy a car, and even if I do, I don't have a place to really store unless it's my shed. So the plans I have for my career of YouTube is first of all to start earning money from YouTube, and if that doesn't help then I might move on to Twitch, because from what I know is that Twitch, you can get donated money already from Twitch. I'm not sure if I'm fully right with that, but if maybe, then I might move to Twitch to stream there, unless I hit 1,000 subscribers here. And alongside that, the reason why I think I explained at the start I haven't been uploading is because I've been sick, and I put a poll on Discord, which is in the description, if I should upload once a week or twice a week. It was a tie, so I was mainly going to do twice a week, but at the same time I could do once a week as well. But sometimes like this I just can't not do it because of school and the amount of stuff I have to do from school, or because I'm just not feeling well. So as you can see, sliding very wide and very poor exit. This was my first ever time racing here, and this was straight away in Group 3, and I had to test both tyres on this sort of time before I actually got people to join in, because for different times on this track you have different tyres required. So like this one, if you use intermediates you would probably kill your car by smashing into a barrier, but if you use wets on this sort of time, I think it was in the morning, then you're absolutely fine. I think it's the afternoon as well that uses either both or just one of them. But on the bright side of things, I got this video sorted, and what I really love is how they've sorted out the track. Since it's wet, cars are very hard to handle, as you will see in the next video. Well, not next video, the next race we did testing this, and it was very clear the difference, because for me, I had to switch from wets to intermediates, and I never used intermediates properly before, so I struggled a lot, and these drivers as well I raced with also struggled a little bit as well. So as you can see on the bottom left, we did this in a lobby and a few people quit, but that was alright because I still had the Spaniard behind, who we did have a good battle with since it was my first time and I sort of messed up a little. But you can see just doing 1:51 for the start, and the Spaniard's gone quicker. And what was I going to say? The dynamics. There's no dynamic on this, but there is like the feel of it, as I felt a lot on my steering wheel. I would be trying to turn the car, and if I turned too hard it would understeer, and as you can see that's turned 2 completely wide. I didn't want to spin out, so I tried avoiding the curve then going on the power, and he got past me for not running wide, so I decided to chase him. And this corner up ahead, my wheel would always make a sound when turning in here, which was a bit strange because it only happened in the wet weather and not the other weather. So as you can see up ahead, the Spaniard's gone ahead of me, 1 lap 3. I did 2 5-lap races because I decided why not. But for the rest of this, we're just gonna talk a little bit about the new weather and a few Gran Turismo changes that I haven't actually got to show you because I've been sick and a few other reasons. Now you see, that was just me completely saving the car that almost lost on me. As you can see, the top right, the screen has just completely separated, but that's fine. I just had that there for you guys to see the steering inputs I had to put in all the time. But as you can see, Spaniard's gone well ahead of me after that mistake. But yeah, in the next one of my videos that I'll upload later on, I want to show you 5 things in the wet weather. I've only figured out a few, so that's why I'm only doing 5. I'm not going to spoil any of them because then it would not be very fun to watch. But yeah, there's a few things that's different between dry weather and wet weather, as you might see later on in the next video. But as you can see, 2 seconds quicker. You can see I'm trying to get the fastest lap and catch up with the Spaniard, but not there yet. And since this was my first time, I was pretty sure I was going to lose, and I wasn't surprised with that. But as we head into the second corner again, I did have some sort of a sounding problem with the replay, that it would record the replay sound as well. So in the next video I'll stop that from happening and I'll know exactly how to. Just for now, we kind of have to live with this. And another thing I want to mention is with iRacing. So I mentioned myself wanting to do iRacing, and I haven't actually got to do that yet because on one hand I'm trying to get my pedals to go with the PC, but I don't have another spot in my computer to plug it in. So what I want, well, not the pedals, it's the camera. So I have the wheel cam sorted, I have the pedal cam, but there's nothing to connect it to unless I put my mouse out of it. But then I have to keep on switching between controls, like the be right back sign on the stream. But I'll have that sorted for hopefully Saturday, where we're going to be racing in Lima Park. Now you probably won't see me fighting anyone really. I just want to survive and get out of Rookie, because it's a nightmare trying to just fight and win a race. So before I actually get to do that, I want to just get out of the Rookie class first, which hopefully will be done on Saturday, or very close to it anyways, because I've dropped down quite a lot and need to get back up there. So as you can see, fighting the Spaniard now. It was kind of hard to overtake on this track because of the weather, and if you push too hard you could spin out. So it wasn't really a way to get the power down early. It was just trying not to make a mistake. As you can again, very close to the Spaniard. I tried to run off track a few times in this wet weather. It was actually very fun. I like taking the skateboards on tracks just for practicing, if it ever does happen, which I doubt it would. But sometimes I just love doing it for the fun. Sometimes I just want to test it out. Like on the Red Bull Ring back there, if you took that escape mode, you would be on the escape mode, but you'd probably hit the barrier at the same time. As you can see, I'm alongside the Spaniard. Goes very wide. He did cut across, and I didn't blame him for that. He did have the corner because I was too far behind. Gave him a little bump. He has that penalty, braked a bit too early, but still a win, and I'm alright with that. We finished first, but we're not going to celebrate because we're going to move on to the next race. And as you can see, we start on pole again with the same Spaniard and another Brit. So first of all, I want to thank the 3 drivers that joined in with me. I really appreciate you guys joining into this lobby to help me with this video. I didn't actually think many people would do this, but we got a little bit of people, and that was alright. So straight away you're gonna see what happens to me into the first corner, because we're on intermediate and the track's a bit lighter but still quite wet. I kind of messed up the first corner straight away. You can see sliding, spinning, and I'm out. But I wasn't going to quit and restart for those guys, because just because I ruined my race doesn't mean that I should ruin their race. So we're going to keep going even if we do finish last place, and just hope that we can catch up. This was a dramatic race, so we went from wets to intermediates, okay, and it was a massive difference. As you can see, we're still getting used to it, putting the power down very slowly because I was still going to be sliding out. But in a little bit you'll see the Spaniard completely spin out from the different like tire settings. You can see he's off already into the third corner, I mean. And as you can see, he's right there. He's going to spin out here. He's going to run wide, but then spin out, as you'll see right now. He's gone too deep. I think he clipped the grass and then spun out. Yeah, I think so. It looked like he did, but I'm not too sure. He did run wide though, that was the thing. And as you can see, we are just on our own now. We have the Brit in front of us. And you're going to see something dramatic on lap 2 as well. Now you might be wondering why I made this video 26 minutes long, because I want to explain with the wet weather. As you can see, it's very bad. I missed the apex completely. The Brit completely runs wide, but doesn't get a penalty for that. And another thing with this thing, you can cut the corner now. You can look here. I'll try to show it to you. Here you can actually cut this very much, and you won't get a penalty for it, because I don't know why the Spaniard went. Oh, he went for wet tires. But yeah, I don't actually know why he went to wet tires, but I actually forgot what I was saying. But see if I remember in a bit. The Brit completely flies off the track, and now I get to go in front. But yeah, why I did 26 minutes long, I want to explain a bit about the weather and a few things that have been going on. And that's why, first of all, the entertainment will be the race. The second entertainment will be the discussion. But as you can see, we both go off. There'll be a more fun video uploaded tomorrow, because for this one I want to just apologize for oh, that was a nice drift, but lost the rear as well. So apologies for this long video, and probably not one of the most important ones, but I just wanted to explain about the new update with this game that came out weeks ago. But I had an FIA race. It was in my last live stream. It was the second last race of the official championship, and as you can just see, look at that. I just spin completely off because of the what was it, the different weather. So I tried taking some sort of escape road. Didn't fully work. I got reset back to the track, so I didn't actually get to. But that is absolutely alright, because we're going to keep going and gonna push to the end. Maybe just second, maybe third, who knows. But we had 2 races here. As you can see, nearly hit the wall. I think I actually hit the wall there, but No, I don't think I did, but might have. As you can see, that's 2 laps, and it's already been 4 minutes, nearly 5. That's the huge time difference as well. So this race compared to the other race was a huge gap, and it's quite insane because a normal lap around here is 1 minute and 10 seconds, I guess, if you're in a Red Bull. But on a Group 3, I'd say maybe 1 minute and 30 or 1 minute and 40. I don't actually know completely, but it's definitely not the speed of what we're doing now, so it has to be a lot quicker. I might do a comparison video as well between these two, between wet and dry. It'll be the exact same car, just different weathers, and I'll compare it between wet and dry, so it won't be just one. But as you can see now, you can on the straights are the most easiest handle, but if you want to like do what most people like to do, which is weave to heat their tires up, I will just warn you, it's going to be pointless here because you're just going to spin out. So we're on to lap 4 now, and with the fastest lap set, I am right behind Deborah again. And the thing with this track in wet weather is, for the first time when we all raced here, everyone was spinning out, and that was pretty good for me because I'm very good at consistent driving. But because they had a bit more practice than I actually did, I would be the one spinning out more. But as you can see, once for the inside, faked it a little. Everyone's gone in the Porsche, and the Porsche has the best grip based on the BMW. But I went with BMW because 1, I love BMW, and 2, because I'm not going to go with Porsche just because it's the best car. That's what I find disappointing. What's disappointing to me is the fact the top drivers like to go with the best car, and I like to go with other cars because the more I get used to it, the more I can go quicker with it. And that's what happened with the 2019 official season. BMW actually won the season, and I went with BMW because I just love BMW. It wasn't just because the best drivers were in it. But that's what is a bit disappointing, because you don't actually have a full challenge with someone unless you go with the same car with them, and that's not what I'm gonna do at all. So anyways, on to the last corner for second last time. He's at the fastest lap. Now after this, I'm gonna give you a brief help on how to get a good lap. Probably won't be the best because I'm always sliding in this BMW, but maybe you could beat my time if I give you the advice I did it with. But this race has taken like 8 minutes to do, and that's just because of how long it is anyway. So as we come into the second corner, we are way ahead of the British driver and the Spaniard. I'm pretty sure I'm near enough to lapping, but not for a good while because of the time. He's probably not binned it now since he went to intermediates, but with us still binning it, he'd probably catch up, but he's not there yet. So as you can see, a bit messy, sliding a little bit too much, and sort of surviving. We went 2 seconds quicker, and with the intermediates here, I didn't slide there because on one side you have wet tires that are used for heavy conditions, but they can still easily slide out. Intermediates are for dry and wet at the exact same time because it just makes no sense. But as you can see, crossing the line, 1:41.9, and we aren't going to fully review the holding, so we're just going to skip on to a lap around for intermediates and wets. First is going to be intermediates. We're just going to review that lap I did since it was my fastest lap. You want to brake after the 150 board, I think it was, or the 200 board, and you want to slide into this corner, try hit the apex nicely, and for this track you're able to run completely wide off, just since you're not going max speed around here, so they won't actually mind. You want to turn the wheel to the left so you can stop the drifting a little, and you can just get the power down nice and early once you straighten the car. Then you go all the way down here, and then as you can see in a minute, we are heading into this braking zone, which most people struggle with a lot if they are in a slipstream. You want to brake just past that board without a slipstream, but if you have a slipstream, you want to brake way before it, because then you can turn into this corner correctly, and you want to get the power down a little bit late so you don't spin out. But yeah, don't put the power down there too early because you'll spin out. Into this braking zone, you are going to see you brake just on the 150 board and go down to first gear in this BMW. You want to go at least 80 kilometers max into this corner, and then with the Porsche you can probably do 90 maybe. On the power now, early here, because if you're able to catch it then go full, but if you can't, maybe don't. Braking past the 100 board, sliding into this corner a little. You can hit that apex. I just missed it completely, so try hit the apex on that nicely, and then power down. You can just go into the curb there and braking at the end of the curb, going into the first gear just to hook the corner in nicely. Go back up to second to stop the sliding on the exit, and then as we review now, into this corner where I messed up, you want to brake on the 100 board, turn in nicely on the power down, run a bit wide, and on the braking zone you want to hit the apex. You want to brake in the center. On the apex you want to go very tight in there, and then you would get that 141, and then that's the lap done, and then we're going to move on to the next one. Moving on to the second one now. We did a 151 here. It's lap 4 because this is my best one on the wets. You want to brake before the 100 board. Go for first gear. You really want to slide in, hit the apex. It's a lot slower. You can cut here nicely, and on the power you can just put the power down as soon as you straighten the car. You won't get a penalty for cutting the track and running wide, but you will gain an advantage without them knowing. So braking before the 150 board there, and that's what you should do on the last one as well, not the 100. You want to go into that corner nice and tight. I didn't hit the curb, but you might want to a little bit. Very slow on the power, because if you don't you would probably spin out. And now as you can see, coming into turn number 3, we want to brake before the 150 board again, and maybe between 200 and 150, and into this corner you want to go very, very slow in here, slower than the last one. Then power down a bit later, because as the wet tires against very wet conditions, you will slide out, as you can see, revving out max. Braking a little bit after the 100 board. This time you want to go to first gear. If you want, you can go to second, just to hook the corner in nicely. And once you got that sorted, you can put the power down again. Braking at the end of the curb, you want to then turn in You might want to go to first gear if you don't get this right. I managed to get it right this time, so I was fine. Now this is a tricky one where I nearly slid out on. You want to just completely stop on the power down completely, and then let your car just slide on a little. And coming in here, you want to brake on the 100s board. Then you can just let it coast a little bit, and then put the power down the slightest amount. Won't affect much really, and you just want to get the power down straight in the car. Then halfway on that curb, you want to brake tight into the corner, run as wide as possible. Don't let the car spin out, and then that would be your lap done. So there you guys have it. That is that's my information on the channel, the experience I've had, and a lot of other things. Now, if you enjoyed this video, leave this video a like, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe. I am going to now pretty much go and lie down because I'm sick, but I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys.